Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making number 216 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares. This one is so beautiful. It is made using a 3D design and we are using an eclectic amount of stitches today. Obviously you can see those popcorn stitches, my fave. We're doing shell stitches and we're learning picot stitches, and then we're doing the traditional solid granny square design to make this a square. So this is a really pretty square. It is called the Blooming Daydreams Granny Square, and it is on my website YARNutopia.com, so you can get that. The link's in the description of this video, or if you're on Facebook you can get it in the link in the description of this photo. You can get it anywhere on my website YARNutopia. Also in this square today I'm using an eclectic amount of colors. I'm using 7 different colors today. This is just Red Heart Super Saver yarns, and these are a 10 ply worsted weight size 4 medium yarn. You can use a 10 ply yarn or any double knitting or worsted weight yarn, or even an Aran yarn would work. That's totally fine. Just any scraps you've got lying around. We are also demonstrating this in an H size crochet hook today, so make sure you have that handy. Otherwise you can use a G hook or an I hook. It's totally up to you, but I'm going to demonstrate with the H hook. And then we also need a scissors and a yarn needle. Those tools just come in handy when we change color so often, so we have to cut our yarn and sew in our ends. Today's granny square turned out to be a little bit on the large side. Mine's about 7 inches, 7¼ inches actually, which is about 19 centimeters. So like I said though, you could use a smaller crochet hook if you wanted to make this a bit smaller, or if you want to make this bigger, you can check out my website for the Blooming Daydreams throw pillow, and I make a 16-inch square using this design. We just continue on going on. We do 10 rounds in today's granny square, but in the throw pillow we do 22 rounds on that square. So you can make this as big as you want. If you want to make a 12-inch square or even up to the 16-inch square, go on to my website and check out the Blooming Daydreams throw pillow, and you can see that square on there. And I'll put all that information in the links in the description of this video, so you can get that pattern as well. It would be really cool to make these squares and then kind of make like a pillow, or I'm sorry, like a blanket out of these squares, and then make the pillow the Blooming Daydreams throw pillow, and have like an accent and make 2 pillows and have a bedspread or something really cool in like a guest bedroom or even on the couch, the sofa in the living room. It would just be a really bright addition to any room of the house. So let's get started pretty soon. Let me just mention a few things though. There are, like I said, the links in the description of this video, but also there's a link to my Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you follow me on both platforms. Share your photos. I'd love to see your summery squares today. I want to see what colors you come up with and how you make your square. So make sure you hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your square as well online. And then you know, check out all the other information in the description of this video. And last thing, very big thank you to my dad, Fuad Azmat, for taking the time to make these videos with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get the update on when he posts our next video, which is tomorrow. So hit that red subscribe button so you can get that update. So let's get started and making number 216 granny square. Alright, let's start out by making a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, then fold this down and pull this through and pull tight. Insert your hook and we can start. Let's start off by chaining 4. So yarn over, pull through, 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, 3, and 4. And then we're going to come all the way to the beginning chain right here, this first chain, and we're going to slip stitch in there to form a ring. So go into that chain, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook. Okay, so now we've created a ring that we're going to work into. If you know how to make the magic ring, you can start that way as well, but I'm just going to go right into round 3. We're going to chain up 3, so yarn over, pull through, 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, and 3. And in this circle here, in the center ring, we are going to put 15 double crochets. Now, this beginning chain up 3 here counts as a stitch, so at the end of round 1, we'll have 16 stitches in total, because this chain up 3 counts. So we're going to make 15 double crochets in this ring, so yarn over, go into this ring, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. So again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see I'm working in a circular form, and I'm working over the top of this straggler here. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and one more, 15. Awesome. So now this is what it should look like. Now I'm going to pull this straggler that I was working over. I'm going to pull that tight in the back here so that center kind of closes and cinches, just like that. Okay, so you can do the same thing, or you can sew that end in and kind of pull it tight, or if you've done the magic ring, it should close for you anyway. And now we're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain of this beginning chain up 3 here, 1, 2, 3, this one right at the top. Just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and through. And if you need to, count back, so make sure there's 16 stitches around. I'm going to fasten off right here and change my color. If you're going on to round 2, if you're not changing color, just chain up 3 and go on to round 2 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn and pull it through, pull that tight. And in this next round, if you're changing color, you can start in any stitch around, it doesn't matter. I'll just start where we fastened off. So for those of you who are not changing color, you can follow along here. Just hook on this color here and pull that through. Okay, and now chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now in the same stitch, we are going to make a beginning popcorn stitch. So a beginning popcorn, we are going to put 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so yarn over, go into the same stitch that we just attached our yarn to or chained up 3 in. Okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 double crochets all in that same stitch. So now it looks like there's 6 double crochets in there because this chain up 3 counts as a stitch. And now we are going to remove our hook from this loop. So kind of pull this up, remove your hook, go into the chain up 3 right here, 1, 2, 3, right at the top there. Insert your hook in there. Okay, front loop and back loop, just like that. Then put the loop back on your hook, okay, kind of pull it tight, and then pull that loop through that chain up 3. Okay, just like that. And then pull tight so that folds that in half, just like that. And there's your popcorn stitch. Okay, now we are going to, let's see here, chain 2, so yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2. We're going to skip the next stitch right here, and we're going to popcorn stitch in this next stitch. So a regular popcorn stitch is 6 double crochets in the same stitch here. So yarn over, go skip this stitch right here, go into this next one for 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. and then remove your hook from this loop. Okay, kind of pull that up, remove your hook, go into the first double crochet of this 6 double crochet grouping here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this one right here. Go into that stitch, hook that loop back on your hook, and then pull it through. And then pull tight so that you've created the popcorn stitch there. It folds it in half, makes that puffy look. And now we're going to just repeat. So chain 2, 1, 2, skip the next stitch, and then popcorn in the next stitch. So that's 6 double crochets, and just finish your popcorn stitch just like I showed you for that last stitch there. And then chain 2, skip the next stitch, and popcorn in the next stitch. So just do that all the way around, and then at the end of this round you should have 8 popcorn stitches in total, and then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 3. Alright, just finishing my last popcorn stitch here, and then what we need to do is chain 2, 1, 2, skip this last stitch on this round, and then slip stitch to the beginning popcorn stitch. Okay, what I'm going to do, you have 3 options. You can slip stitch into the chain up 3 right here. You can slip stitch into the actual popcorn stitch, which was what I'm going to do, or you can slip stitch into this first chain of this beginning chain 2 here, like this chain 2 space. I'm going to go into the center of my popcorn stitch so you can kind of separate your stitches, go in the middle there, yarn over, pull through and through. Okay, just like that. And there's round 2. So going right into round 3, if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 2 space and then chain up 3 and go on to round 3 with me. But I'm actually going to chain 1 and cut this yarn, pull it through, pull it tight, and then I'm going to start this next round with a new color. If you're changing color, you can start round 3 in any chain 2 space between your popcorn stitches. So you have 8 options for that. I'm just going to go right into this one right here and then hook on my new color and then pull that through. Okay, and then chain up 3. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then what we're going to do is in the same chain 2 space, we're going to put 4 double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So actually it looks like there's 5 double crochets in here because that chain up 3 counts as a stitch. Now we are going to single crochet into the next popcorn stitch. So right into this popcorn stitch, I'm going to separate these stitches here so you can see in the middle of it. We're going to put our hook in there, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, just like that. Then we're going to put 5 double crochets into this next chain 2 space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat. So in this next popcorn stitch, you want to separate these stitches and make a single crochet in there. So just go in with your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, and then make 5 double crochets into the next chain 2 space, and then single crochet into the next popcorn stitch, and just repeat that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 4. Alright, you want to just single crochet into this last popcorn stitch once you come back all the way around, and then we're going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain up 3 right here, 1, 2, 3, insert your hook, and then yarn over and pull through. If you can, there we go, pull through and through. Now, if you're not changing color, slip stitch back into this single crochet here. So you're going to go backwards into it, just like this, and then yarn over and pull through and through. Okay, now we're back into the single crochet, and we want to chain up 3. Now, if you want to change color, though, I want to change color, so I'm not going to do any of that. I'm actually going to chain 1 right here. So we slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 here. So now I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn and then pull it all the way through and pull tight. If you're changing color, you want to start in any single crochet between these 5 double crochet grouping shells. Okay, so you have 8 options. We're just going to go into this one right here. I'm going to go in, hook on my new color, and then round 4 says to chain up 3. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet. Now in the same stitch, we are going to put 6 double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that was 1, this is 2, 3 is right here, 4, 5, and 6. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but you can get all of these stitches in there. And now it looks like there's 7 stitches in there because this chain up 3 at the beginning here is counted as a stitch. Okay, so there should be 7 stitches in there. Then we are going to single crochet in the middle stitch of this 5 double crochet grouping. Okay, so see the 3rd stitch right here, we're going to single crochet in there. So you can count the middle one is the 3rd one, so 1, 2, and then 3 right in here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a single crochet. Then we are going to put 7 double crochets into the next single crochet between these shells here. So right here, we're going to put 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? Then we're going to skip 2 of these double crochets right here and go into this middle double crochet of this 5 double crochet grouping, and we're going to put a single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, and just repeat that all the way around now. So in the next single crochet, put 7 double crochets, then single crochet in the middle double crochet of the next shell, and just repeat that all the way around. And then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 5. Okay, when you're finished with this round and making your 7 double crochet shells, we just need to single crochet into this last shell here, and then we're going to slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 of this round. 1, 2, 3, right in here. Just go in, then yarn over and pull through and through. Now for this next round, round 5, if you're not changing color, slip stitch back into this single crochet right here, and then just chain up 1 and go on to round 5. But I'm actually going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull it tight. And then in this next round, if you're changing color, you can start in any of the single crochets that are between the big shell stitches, the big shells here. Okay, so you have 8 options. So I'm just going to go right into this one, hook on my new color, pull that through, and then chain up 1. And now we're going to single crochet into the same single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, just like that. And then we're going to chain 5, so yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we're going to skip over this shell here, and we're going to single crochet into the next single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, now this chain 5 is in front of the shell. You kind of want to push that forward so that chain 5 is behind that shell, just like that. Then we're going to repeat, so chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip over this shell right here, and then single crochet into this next single crochet here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then, like I showed you, just move this chain 5 behind your shell. Okay, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip this shell, single crochet in the single crochet, and push that shell forward. Okay, and just repeat that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 6. Alright, when you finish your last chain 5 here, we want to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, so right in here, just go in, and then yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, so now for round, let's see here, round 6 here, we want to, if you're changing color, you can fasten off here and start your next round in any of these chain 5 spaces that are behind these shells here. You'll have to kind of fold this forward for the next round, but I'm not going to change color here. I'm going to use the same color that I'm using, and I'm going to slip stitch into this chain 5 space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through, and now we're in a chain 5 space. We are going to start making these petals. Okay, so we're going to chain up 1, so yarn over, pull through, and then in the same chain 5 space we're going to put a series of stitches. We're going to put a single crochet, so go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to put a half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets, so yarn over, go into this chain 5 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that was 2 double crochets. Then we need to put a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, go in to this chain 5 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a treble crochet. Now we're going to do something called a picot. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to slip stitch. Let me make sure picot is right. We're going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. So the loop on the hook doesn't count, so count 1, 2, 3 right in this chain here. We're going to go in and then yarn over, pull through, and pull through that loop on your hook. Okay, so that's a picot. Then we're going to kind of scoot these over so we have more room to put the rest of our stitches in here, and we're going to put a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we need to put 2 double crochets, so only yarn over once for a double crochet. So it's yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we have to do 2 of those double crochets. Then we need to put a half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And we're going to put a single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And there's our petal. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat that in each chain 5 space. So hop over to this chain 5 space here, put a single crochet, then a half double crochet, then 2 double crochets, so 1 and 2, then a treble crochet, so yarn over twice for the treble crochets. Then we're going to picot, so I'll show you again. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3 right in here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, there's our picot. And then we're going to put a treble crochet, so yarn over twice for the treble crochet. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets, and then a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. Okay, and there's our second petal. If that was too fast, you can always rewind to see the first petal that we made. We're just going to repeat what we did in each chain 5 space all the way around. So if you need to, follow along with the written pattern or rewind this to see how I did those petals. And then I'm going to finish doing that, making all 8 petals around, and then I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 7. Alright, when you're finished with round 6, we are going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, okay, so right here. Not this, not the slip stitch or chain up 1, it's actually the single crochet right here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull tight. And now, regardless if you're changing color or not and going on to round 7, you want to fasten off here. So I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn and pull it all the way through and pull tight. Okay. Now for round 7, we are going to attach our yarn behind our work to any single crochet from round, I think that's 5, round 5, right here. Okay, so we're gonna go, you see here, there's our chain 5 spaces. If you kind of move these shells forward, you can see on all of these, you see the chain 5 space here, chain 5 space here, and there's these single crochets here and here. Okay, we're going to be working around those, okay? So I'm just going to go right in here. We're going to go from the back side of our petal, so we're going to go from the back to the front, around it, around this single crochet here, and go into this chain 5 space here. Okay, I'm going to pick up a new color and hook that on my hook and pull that through. Okay, just like that. So now we're kind of working behind our work here. We're going to kind of pull these, fold these forward so you can see the back of our work. And now we're going to chain 6. So yarn over and pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to hop to the next one so you can see that right here. And we're going to go from the back around it like this. Okay, just like that. You can see I'm going to the back. And now you can make either a slip stitch or a single crochet. So you can yarn over and pull through. And then you can decide to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, or you can just take that loop and pull it through the loop on your hook, just like that. Okay, this part, it doesn't really matter. You can back post single crochet or you can slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch, it's a little easier. Then we're going to chain 5, so yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to hop to the next one, so you can see that right there. Go from the back of your work around it, then yarn over and pull it through. And you can see I'm pulling it all the way through. Pull it through that loop on your hook. Okay, just like that. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hop to the next. Okay, behind our work around this single crochet. Yarn over, pull through, and then chain 5. So just repeat that all the way around until you have 8 chain 5 spaces, and then I will meet you up and we'll go on to round 8. Alright, I'm just finishing up here. I gotta chain one more chain 5 space, and then we're going to slip stitch now to the first chain of our beginning chain 6. Okay, so our beginning chain, this very first one that's attached around this single crochet here, we're going to go in and then yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, so you can kind of see I just kind of laid this down and looking at the back of my work, and you can see that. So you can see the whole chain 5 spaces around, just like that. Okay, so now we are going to work into these chain 5 spaces and make our square shape. So I'm not even going to change color. We're going to go right into round 8. We're going to slip stitch into this chain 5 space right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. Okay, so now we are going to put 4 double crochets into the same space here. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that's 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now it actually looks like there's 5 stitches in there because this chain up 3 counts as a stitch. Now we're going to hop to the next chain 5 space, and we're going to make our first corner. It's going to be 5 double crochet, chain 2, and 5 double crochet. Okay, so yarn over, go into this space, okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to chain 2, so yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2. And then we're going to go back into that same space for 5 more double crochets. So if you need to, you can kind of scoot these over a little bit so you have room to make your 5 double crochets. Or there's actually 10 double crochets in this chain 5 space, just like that, with a chain 2 in between them. Okay, and then hop to this next chain 5 space, and now we're only going to put 5 double crochets in this one because that's the side of our square. So we're just going to put 5 double crochets in this next one. Okay, and like you can see, I'm pulling these petals forward so I can see the chain 5 space back here. So you can do the same thing or work behind your work somehow just so you can see your chain 5 spaces. So there's 5 double crochets in there. Hop to the next chain 5 space and make your corner. So your corners are 5 double crochet, chain 2, and 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then chain 2, 1, 2, and then 5 more double crochet in that same space. And then the next space will only have 5 double crochets, and then the next space will be our corner. So just do that. Every other space is a corner, obviously. So you can do that all the way around. Otherwise, just follow along with the written pattern. It's very simple this round. So I will meet you up after I have done all 4 corners, and we'll go on to round 9. Alright, just finishing up this round with my last corner here, and then we can go on to round 9. I'm not going to change color in this round. If you want to, you can change color. Just slip stitch to this beginning chain of 3 here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Let me flip this over so you can see the whole back of my square. So you can see that we have a square shape now. Okay, so these are our 4 corners here and here. And then there's just our sides, okay? So now we're going to go on to the next round because we obviously can't see our square yet back here behind our petals. So I'm not going to change color. If you are changing color, you could start in a corner. It's really simple. This round is just a double crochet round, so chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, which counts as our first double crochet. And then we're just going to double crochet into each stitch on the sides, and then in the chain 2 corner spaces we're putting 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the chain 2 corner spaces. So let me show you here. I'm coming up on my corner. So you can see I'm just putting 1 double crochet in each stitch across, and now in the corner chain 2 space right here we're putting, oopsie, let me get my yarn right, we're putting 2 double crochet. So 1 and 2, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then put 2 more double crochet into that same space. Okay, and then we're going to double crochet into each stitch on the side, which should be 15 stitches. And that's all we're doing. We're just double crocheting in each stitch and then putting 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the corners. And then I'll meet you up for round 10. Alright, just on my last stitch here, and now we want to slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, right in here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, now we just want to do one more round. I'm going to change color. If you're not changing color, or if you are, regardless, just fasten off because we're going to start in a corner. So chain 1 and cut your yarn. Pull that through, pull it tight. Start in any corner. I'm just going to start right in this one. Hook on the new color or your same color, doesn't matter. And we are going to pull that through that chain 2 space. And then we're going to chain up 3. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And in the same space, we're going to double crochet. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and put 2 more double crochet into the same space here. So 1 and 2. Now we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, and we're going to skip this first stitch right here, and we're going to double crochet into the next stitch. Then we're going to repeat, so chain 1, skip the next stitch, and double crochet into the next stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and repeat, chain 1, skip the next, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and just repeat that until you get to the corner space. In the corner, chain 2 space, we are going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet into the corners. Okay, just kind of like how I showed you the beginning corner, where you're just going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in the corners, but we're going to then chain 1 and skip a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and so on. So now we're to the corner here, chain that 1, skip the last stitch on this side, and make your corner in the chain 2 space. So our corners are 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet, just like I said. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat. So chain 1, skip the next stitch right here, and then double crochet into the next stitch. And just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up when we're about to fasten off. Alright, I'm just finishing up here. I gotta chain 1 and skip the last stitch here and slip stitch to the beginning, chain up 3 of this round, and now we can fasten off. So just slip stitch here and then chain 1 and then cut that yarn, pull it all the way through, pull tight, grab your yarn needle, and weave in all your ends. And there you have it. Number 216 granny square is complete. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this square. If you want to, you can go on to making this bigger. Just follow along with the Blooming Daydreams throw pillow pattern, because that pattern actually can make you up to a 16-inch square. And you can even go on to making the throw pillow. Now that you're this far, might as well make the pillow too. So you can make a whole blanket with these squares and then make the pillow. That would be really, really pretty as an accent kind of thing for on like a bedspread or even on the couch. So there you have it. It's so lovely and summery. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to check out those links in the description of this video. Link to the written pattern, link to the blog, Facebook, Instagram. Share your photos, please, please, please. I'd love to see your Blooming Daydreams granny square today, and share your photos and hashtag 365 days of granny squares. Make sure you subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hooking!